Hello, Super Nerd again here again with the last video out of the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween 3 Season of the Witch trilogy review. This is the last out of the three masks, and even though this is a good mask, this is definitely like my least favorite. And that's not because of the quality of the mask. In fact, I think this is probably the best quality right after the skull mask. It's a little bit better than the pumpkin mask, but not as good as the skull mask. But the reason this is my least favorite is because it's was always my least favorite from the film, and the reason is because you barely see it. The skull mask, it gets a big scene with Dr. Chalice, and the pumpkin mask, it gets a big scene. This mask doesn't really get a big scene. It's just sort of in the background, and that's really sad because it's a cool mask. This mask, this replica of it's very cool as well. Uh, but yeah, this one just really doesn't do it for me as much as the other two. It really the bad thing is I really don't have any problems with it, other than the tag, which I've had a problem with all of them. If you want more in depth to why I have a problem with the tag, you can watch the Pumpkin Mask review. But I really, really do like this mask. It's just not as good as the other two. I wouldn't wear. I love to have it in my collection. If I ever make a Halloween 3 Season of the Witch like sequel fan film, this is definitely gonna be in there. I just don't like it as much as the other two. It's a fine mask. It's not the kind of thing I would go on my way to wear to like a Halloween party or anything, but I'm glad to have it in my collection. It's got it's got nice detail. It's a very bright green with some yellow orangish shading up here, some black right here, black for the moles. It's got this cool fabric hood that's all like shaggy, and it's sort of points out here. And I don't know if you can tell on screen, but it's kind of a dark green. It looks like a lighter blue green, but in person it's a darker bluer green. And one cool detail that I don't know if anybody's mentioned, I'm sure they have, but this mask, and by the way, this mask does not stand on its own like the other two do. You have to sort of stuff it. But this mask, if I pick it up here, you see the pillow I have it stuffed with. It's got this little fabric thing so that it's easier to put on. That way you don't have to slip your head through and, put it all through the shaggy material. Which, as somebody with allergies, which I'm sure this mask might pick up dust, uh, the hood particularly, and it would be harder to, keep track of that than if it was full latex. Other latex masks, you can tell they're kind of dusty. I better get a wet, damp rag and sort of damp that down. If the dust gets inside this, it's kind of, I imagine it would be hard to clean. So, as somebody with allergies, I'm glad they gave the option where you can open it up and you don't have to slip your nose and your face all through that material to get the mask on. But it's pretty good. Um, as I take out, this is probably the most interesting mask to talk about, even though I really don't have as much to say out from it. If I take this off, you notice that inside it's got a little sort of elastic strap, which most masks have. Not the other two because they can stay on your face just fine without it. But this mask has it, sort of the same way ghost face masks have it. Just you can put it on, but it's probably not going to stay as well to your face because it has a hood. Masks with hoods usually have that elastic strap. This one has it. I like it. I don't know. Maybe if this mask, I feel like it has the least amount of problems out of all of it. Maybe other than the shaggy hood, it picking up dust and being hard to clean. But I don't know, man. Maybe if you're a big fan of that witch mask or the hag mask, as it's sometimes referred to online, this would be your favorite 10 out of 10. But for me, personally, the copy's good. I have a really good copy. So I can't complain there, but I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. 7 out of 10. little bit more than a lukewarm reception. I'm glad to have it. I love it. I'm glad to have the whole trilogy, or I guess whole set, I should say, of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch mask. But, it's a fine mask. It just doesn't really do it for me. And yeah, so that's it. That's all 3 of them. We did it. I reviewed them. It's good. They're good. Good masks. Well, see you guys later.